All right, welcome back to the Carl Jackson Show. This week, we've seen a lot of these woke mayors in some of these blue cities across the country try to push back against President-elect Trump and his new border czar, Tom Homan, and saying they were going to interfere in these mass deportations. I want to give you a sample of that. This is the Baltimore mayor, cut number 3, please, Gabe.
In many regards, this election cycle did not go as I had hoped.
In response to Trump's national immigration policies, Frederick Mayor Michael O'Connor pledging to carve out space in his local budget for a legal advocacy fund, which would use tax dollars to pay undocumented immigrants attorneys' fees as they fight deportation.
Ensuring they have the legal support they need to stand strong and remain in this community they have chosen to call home.
O'Connor explaining his intention is to allocate the money to organizations already providing similar legal services, helping them expand the number of people they're able to support, although he's still determining the exact dollar amount to set aside. Some residents we spoke with supportive of the end goal.
I believe a lot of non-immigrant people also contribute to the country as well.
But all of them against their tax dollars footing the bill.
I'm torn.
I don't like the idea. I'd rather our taxpayer money go towards...
We can cut it there. Okay, so that was the Baltimore mayor saying that he was going to use taxpayers' money in order to support the legal fund for illegal aliens that invaded the country, instead of using taxpayers' money to make sure that his streets are safe and clean. And then we have another mayor. This is the Tucson mayor, another woke mayor, saying that she was going to interfere in Trump's mass deportation efforts. Cut number 11, please, Gabe.
President-elect Trump's administration, we do know that it will be painful to children, families, and our immigrant communities. We do not have the exact details as to when and if Proposition 314 goes into effect. We know that this hate-filled proposition draws from SB 1070, the Show Me Your Papers law. We are a compassionate city that knows that we are stronger together and that values our multiracial heritage. Justice will prevail.
Okay, that's your woke Tucson mayor. She, too, wants to stand in the way of mass deportation efforts of the Trump administration and what the American people voted for overwhelmingly. This all actually the mayor that got this started, this train rolling, was the Denver mayor. I'm not going to show you the video of him, but I am in a split second going to show you Tom Homan's, the new border czar's reaction to that particular mayor. But the mayor of Denver, Colorado, Mike Johnston, recently threatened to deploy the police and join 50,000 city residents if he had to block Trump's mass deportation efforts. And then he walked it back and he said, listen, the whole political theater, I'm paraphrasing here, I shouldn't have, I shouldn't have created that type of imagery and all that kind of stuff. That's not what he was trying to do. But here's Tom Homan's response to that mayor, because that mayor said he was willing to be arrested if called for in order to stop Trump's mass deportation. Cut number 18. Here's how Tom Homan, the new border czar, incoming border czar, here's how he responded.
Tom, you heard this mayor out there in Colorado. I want to get your reaction to it. And I want you to be clear about who has jurisdiction, the federal government or state and local governments. And if you're a sanctuary state or city, are you breaking the law?
You're absolutely breaking the law. All you have to do is look at Arizona versus U.S. You'll see these breaking the law. But look, me and the Denver mayor, we agree on one thing. He's willing to go to jail. I'm willing to put him in jail because there's a statute. It's Title 8, United States Code 1324, III. And what it says is, it's a felony if you knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien from immigration authorities. It's also a felony to impede a federal law enforcement officer. So if we don't want to help, that's fine. He can get the hell out of the way. But we're going to go do the job. President Trump has a mandate for American people. We got to secure this country. We got to save American lives. And I find it shocking that any mayor of a city would say, President Trump's been clear. We want to concentrate on public safety threats and national security threats. I find it hard to believe that any mayor or governor would say they don't want public safety threats removed from their neighborhoods. I don't know what the hell is going on in Denver, but we're going.
We know exactly what's going on in Denver. A lot of these mayors are simply woke. They are cultural Marxists. They went to these schools that indoctrinated them and all this wokeness, this DEI, this CRT, and big government is their religion. They're bowing down to the woke left, but they actually. I'm not even certain. I'm not even sure that I can say I believe that. This is what they believe. This is who they are. This is why they cannot recover from the loss of Kamala Harris, because it's not just an act with these people. They derive their morality from big government. And big government says, listen, America is bad. America is evil. America is racist, systemically racist. And so these people want to be these martyrs for the left. And I suspect they would like to get their name in the headlights because, again, Kamala Harris is not going to be the Democratic nominee in 2028. But this is not going to go over well. This is not going to work for him. I want to play another video for you. This is Tom Homan encouraging the Customs and Border Patrol agents. The new border czar is on the job. Cut number 13, por favor, Gabe.
We have to show the American people. We got to be transparent and show the American people why we need to secure the border. It's about saving lives. Bottom line, it's about saving lives. And I'm sick and tired of my 34 years of holding dying children, holding dead children, talking to girls as young as 9 that were raped multiple times. And I've said it before, everything innocent and pure within that little girl was ripped from her, and she will never be the same. We're going to tell the story. American people need to know the story. And I think by telling that story, President Trump have the support of the American people across the board.
And Kamala Harris, as the border czar, never visited the border. I believe she came as close as San Antonio, but she didn't go to Eagle Pass. She didn't really see what was happening on the border. But Tom Homan has been there. As a matter of fact, the guy eats, sleeps, and breathes border security. Here he is motivating the troops ahead of Thanksgiving, letting them know and encouraging them they've got a job to do, and they're going to get to do their jobs again after 4 years of this reckless open borders administration, the Biden-Harris administration. Cut number 14, please, Gabe.
The heels of the biggest illegal immigration crisis we've ever seen in this nation, there has to be a massive deportation operation. President Trump is going to shut down the border. We're going to have a massive deportation operation, and we're going to try to find over 300,000 children that were released by this administration. I guarantee you, some are in forced labor, some are in the sex trade. We're going to save those children and get them back to their families.
All right. He's got a mission. He's going to save these children. The Tucson mayor, the Baltimore mayor, for whatever reason, they're not concerned about the children. The Denver mayor, they're not concerned about the fentanyl that's been unleashed on Americans by China and through these Mexican cartels, using some of these people that are coming into our country as mules, as we have nearly 100,000 Americans dying annually of these fentanyl overdoses. These mayors, for some reason, they don't care about that. It's absolutely insane. And we already have 1 million nearly legal immigrants coming into the country every year. I mean, how much we don't have the type of money to support this stuff. And by the way, there is a mandate when it comes to mass deportation. All right. And so Trump is going to fulfill it. I believe he has to fulfill it in order to be a successful president. Now, let me just give you some poll numbers. This is a YouGov poll. Daily Wire posted this poll, a poll of 2,200 people, adults, that was conducted by YouGov on behalf of CBS News following the election, found that 45% of respondents said that Trump's effort to, quote, deport immigrants who are in the U.S. illegally should be high priority, close quote. Another 28% said that it should be, quote, medium priority, and 27% said that it should not be a priority at all. But here's what's shocking. A full 74% of white respondents said that deportations should be a high or medium priority of the Trump administration. Well, there it is, Carl. It's those racist white people, right? They want to get rid of these, the brown people and you know what I mean? Get these minorities out. Oh, wait a minute. 70% of black respondents and 69% of Hispanic respondents agreed, displaying broad support for the initiative of mass deportation. Guys, we have an invasion at our border, and people are suffering. The women and the children that are being sexually assaulted young boys as well being sex trafficked or put in, basically being used as slave labor in this country. And a lot of these people on the left want to pretend like everything is hunky dory. They've got a homelessness crisis now in Denver, thanks to the mayor, and illegal immigration, thanks to Biden and Kamala Harris's open border policies. And all they can think about is being woke and trying to virtue signal because they want to advance their careers and they want to feel morally superior to Donald Trump. Well, 70% of Americans have spoken. We want mass deportation because illegal aliens should not be cutting in the line in front of legal immigrants, and we shouldn't have our borders open where children can be sex trafficked and put into slave labor, and we've got 100,000 citizens nearly dying from fentanyl. Man, Trump has a mandate on mass deportation, and he's going to fulfill it. We'll be back.